Greetings, this is August 17th. This video will probably get posted around 5 p.m. or shortly thereafter. This is the season for smoked cherry tomatoes. And fast approaching is the season for smoked wine. This is becoming a delicacy. The smoke conditions and air quality are going to be varied depending on where you are in the province. Winds are shifting, moving around. We get a westerly flow, the air clears, and then it starts coming from the northwest, blows back at us. There's been winds prevalent from the southwest. Each region has its own weather pattern. British Columbia is a vast amount of territory, larger than many countries. The terrain changes, the weather conditions change, and fire behavior can also change. We've jumped over to Windy. We're looking at 11 kilometers an hour coming from the northwest, just north of Horse Lake. Move to the south around Merritt, and the wind is coming from the southwest. Go up to the central portion of the province around the Nechako Plateau. Wind is coming from the west, 16 kilometers an hour. We're still getting that peak breeze in the late afternoon. Some areas can see above 50 kilometers an hour in gusts. Let's jump over to Drive BC and get some ground truthing on the air conditions, air quality in different regions. This is the big bar cam looking northwards toward the chasm. Incredibly dense, very low visibility, less than a mile. However, if we jump north to Highway 16, this is Houston looking east. This is close to those fire zones on the Nechako Plateau. Blue sky, maybe a bit of haze in the background. Then we move over to Prince George, look westwards. Again, there's low visibility and dense smoke conditions. Let's go to Drive BC Highway Cam. This is Kamloops on Highway 1. I believe we're looking west, yes. And there's almost an orange tinge to this image. Then we go over to Three Valley Gap looking eastwards. There's a curtain of smoke in the distance, but the highway is still bright. Sunshine is coming through. Let's move over to Cranbrook. We'll look northwards. And this is near the area of the Kimberley fire, the Meechin fire, where a evacuation order has gone out and conditions look quite hazy up the valley and even worse for the area around Field. So consider what it's like flying around in this, picking up water, then navigating to a fire zone, making a drop when visibility is so limited. We've rolled into a screen from Karameas. This is looking west along the Similkameen, and there's a fire on top of the hill to the right. It's in an area called Old Tom Creek, and that has shown some expansion on infrared. Also to the left of your screen, that goes up the Ashnola to Cathedral Lakes. That's where these large fires have been burning, and they're pushing a lot of smoke as well. There's also smoke coming in from Washington State. And moving north again, this is an area around Falkland. We're on Highway 97 looking to the southeast with very limited visibility, less than half a mile. Quite the orange tinge to the sky. However, if we move directly south, this is the area around the Great Bear Snow Shed, Highway 5, the Coquihalla, blue sky, scenic views, maybe just a hint of haze north. So wind conditions might be working in your favor. Just be aware of the fires around you and which direction the wind is going and your relative position to that. And check the links below, Drive BC, BC Wildfire, find out where evacuation orders and alerts are and where new fires are popping up. We're looking at an image sent from viewer Paul. This is the Sentinel system, European Space Agency. They offer some really high resolution images. I'll put the link in the description below. It's going to be set to basically southern central BC, and you'll have to zoom in. Currently it's on the false color band, but you can deselect this and see the map, or you can select some of these other settings, get color bands for vegetation, geology. I've zoomed into the fire southeast of 70 Mile around Hutchison Sodium Lake. Here's what's left of it. We can see that burn pattern stretching from the south to the north on the Great Timber Plateau. This enables us to zoom into these fire zones and see actual images of the fire moving along the flanks. This image from August 15th shows the Shovel Lake fire and Francois Lake, where the island fire is. We can see these images of flame primarily on the northern flank at this point in time. Here's another fire just further south. I believe this is at Cheslada Lake or Nechako River, and we can see the fire moving along the northern flanks, and there's also some activity on the northeastern flank and the southern flank. So it's like lighting a piece of paper. It's burning out from the middle, looking for new fuel, and going in the direction of the ever-changing winds. We've rolled into an image of Vancouver Island. We're looking at an area stretching from Tassis in the south up to Port Alice in the north. These are recent lightning strikes. These images help to indicate where the fire is, what vegetation is on the ground around the fire, and where the smoke is settling. So take a look. I'll put the link in the description below. And there's also a link for fire smoke. Check this out. It may help you plan where your route is or where you're traveling. It's showing the general flow of smoke over hourly periods. So that's in the description below as well. Wind conditions are changing. They're variable. It's coming primarily from the southwest to the northeast. That may vary. There's some westerly flows further north. And depending on where you are, ridgelines, valleys, or if you're out on the plateaus, be very careful. Know where the fire is in relation to your position. Be safe, everyone. Keep your nose to the breeze. Thank you for watching.